58-year-old boyfriend started taking this morning tonic, and now he gets hard as a...
It's the ending that gets me.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey.
Assuming you ain't never seen a Mexican Yoshi before,
It's a fan of Jeff.
check it out. We got Cuban Mario,
What?
Dominican Luigi,
Mamá huevo, mira mi plátano, papi. Making mofongo.
do not mess with us Latinos.
Father, father. I'm illegal.
Oh my It's the ending that...
Hi, man. Who are you? Who are you first?
Who are you first?
No. Who are you?
I'm sorry, you're in my building. Who are you?
I'm in your building.
This is the town of Orangestone's building.
This is yours?
This is the town of Orangestone's building. I work here.
Oh, okay. This is not your building. You don't own it, right?
I'm sorry, are you filming here?
You don't own the building.
You need to have, do you have a permit to film here?
Do I have a permit?
Yeah.
I do not have a permit, no.
Okay. To film in this building, you need a permit.
That's not true.
Hey, 734. Hey, 730. 93. What's up? Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. Raider 9. Hey, Raider 2. Monday, down. Lie down. Express. What's up? Yo, Chief. 808. Monday, down. 93. That's up. Down. White. 29. 29. What's up? Down. White Monday, down. Kill. Later 2. 29. 1, later 1. 618. That's up. Down. White Monday. 1, later 1. Blue 80. Down. 734. What down? Later 8. That's up. New strike Chief. Bring it up. Down. Raider 1. What's it hot? Monday, down. Easy. Kill. 694. What's up? Down. Purdue. Raider 1. What's up? Hey, 734. Raider 9. 637. Down. Lie down. Raider 9. Yo, Chief. 734, 93. Where's it at? Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. One. Raider one. What's up? Hey, Monday. Monday, down. Raider 8. 280. Down. Hey, Raider 2. What's it up? Down. Two strike team. That's up. Down. Raider 1. Bring it up. Down. Express. Right down. Kill. What's it up? Down. What's up? Monday, down. What's up? Purdue. Down. That's up. Down. Where's it up? Down. What's up? Down. 280. What down? Hey, 734, 808. What's it up? Down. That's up. Monday, down. Raider 9. Down. 5 down. 93. Yo, Chief. 29. Where's it up? Kill. Monday down. What's it up? Down. What's up? 6-18. Raider 2. That's up. White down. Raider 1. Where's it up? Down. 180. Right Monday. 1. Raider 1. That's up. Monday. Down. 734. Blue 8. Down. Raider 1. Down. Raider 8. That's it. Down. 2 strike Chief. 637. That's it. Down! Raider 1! Where's it up? What down?
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. This will be caught by Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. This defense for the Saints, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jaguars in 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence going to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. try to pound it in. Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Following a loss of 2 there on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Run and stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Play action. It's Lawrence. Over the middle here to Brown. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Second and 11 now. Lawrence will throw. ETN bringing in another one. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Go.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. This is taken at the 15. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second and 9, Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Here's Carr. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Carr now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man. It's Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Saints 10, Jaguars nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Forced out to his left, and he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, it's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Kamara up the middle. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jet sweep. Here's Olave. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the fewer than 100 game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Up to the 20. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So good coverage on defensively as it looks like they're forcing on this opening drive in the 3rd. Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game. Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A solid stiff arm. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They go play action with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
Ball at the 26, second and 7. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 26 yards. And the Jags have got it back to within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Forward with an extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 15 now. Carr buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. This has been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Kamara off the draw. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the fourth quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw here. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 6, and the Saints first down.
To throw is Carr. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23.
The Jaguars take over first down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
ETN up the middle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
That's good for a Jaguars.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, ETN. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Saints, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.